Namaste, Jai Bharat. Someone in the opposition in Bharat was trying to spread the views that uh, the Field Marshal of Pakistan, Asim Munir, is invited for some kind of parade in the US, which was not really the case. It's someone's fake narration. Who and from where it originated, we don't know. I don't know. But in someone's fake narration, it came out really. It's been proven as fake narration. But then this put the big ego Asim Munir in trouble. These people must be thinking no end of themselves. That's the problem with this egoism. Same with President Trump too. He also said blotted ego. No, Munir somehow wanted to make reparation for the kind of insult which he suffered by this news getting spread that he's been invited, and then suddenly the White House clarifies that no such invitation was sent because they are calling no one. At least that is gentle enough. They are calling no one, so nobody's called. So this person should have taken it lightly, because he can't, because he's not of that kind of a psyche. Then he somehow wanted to get himself managed to get into some kind of relationship with the President Trump. Look, the President Trump is an elected president of the United States, still one most powerful nation in the world. So that makes him most powerful person. And this man is an army man of a failed country, a rock nation, who self-established himself as the field marshal. That's why people call him as field marshal. Established himself as a field marshal, and he is not to be invited by such a powerful person like President Trump, who's really powerful because he's president of the United States. If at all he invites, he's supposed to invite the head of the state, but not an army man. Whether he's field marshal or something beyond that, field marshal is supposed to be the highest, or general, whatever. He's supposed to invite the head of the state, but then somehow he manages to get invitation to a private lunch from President Trump. That was much more than sufficient for Asim Munir to satisfy his ego and create narratives within his nation, Pakistan, which really exposes and demonstrates that no one else is anything in Pakistan. This man is everything, the boss of Pakistan. They have a judge, Supreme Court, they have a president, they have a prime minister, but none of them matters. And who matters, what matters is this one individual, Asim Munir. That kind of projection he wanted to give to the people of Pakistan, and unfortunately the people of Pakistan are more madrasa terms, so they would celebrate it as some great achievement. Now, how Munir must have caught the feet of President Trump, because he's also a big blotted up ego. He would have, he projects himself, narrates himself as a big fan, and he would find umpteen number of reasons to say how he's a fan of President Trump, which would have made him, which was meant pleasing, and he must have really got pleased. And then, of course, he invited him for a private lunch, and after going there, he would have said that you are everything, do this, do that, do that. Now, the Pakistani people have been sold by their politicians. They all already sell Pakistani people for their own survival. They make their properties in some European countries and go and live there after their retirement. They live supposed to be in comfort after leaving Pakistan. So the Pakistanis have prepared a stage for them to make a comfortable living abroad with much luxury. So all the things are instrumental for them to make money. So he would come, and he wants this kind of, Munir wanted this kind of recognition and name which he would use in Pakistan to make his name temporarily, at least for some time. And America would use Pakistan, they would use anyone. Many such nations with trading tactics or trading ethics. Traders' ethics is that you are profited, I am profited, fine. And from there, the traders ethics develops into I benefit, you benefit if you're smart. Simple. I would let you live so long as you are beneficial to me, and I'll discard you the moment you're of no use to me. So now, because of the Iran-Israel conflict, US wants Pakistan to obey them, of course. Even without all those things, Pakistan will always be US obediently to anyone who gives them money. US has given the money. US means that this monetary fund, that monetary fund, umpty number, this thing, that thing, some money given, some will come, all those kind of things. They need money because they don't know anything other than begging, and that's a shortcut to get money. You take money and you never repay it, and those people who money providers will not ask for it because they know even if they ask, they can't get it. This is how they sell the nations. And from the amount of money what is given as a loan to the nation, which means supposed to be the people, a sizable amount is swindled into personal accounts, and then they thrive. Their objective is served. But the slave mentality of Pakistanis will continue, and that will remain, and they'll be subservient to the masters. And masters have no obligation to the slaves. The masters pay them money for what work they do, and once the job is done, they will not bother. They will use them like toilet papers and throw. Ultimately, in the long run, a Pakistani person who believes in all kinds of things gets to suffer and would hardly realize whose mistake is that they are suffering for. Why they are suffering for? They would not understand it. They haven't understood this in last 80 years, 78 plus years, and you think they are going to understand? New generation. The first generation of Pakistanis didn't understand that making Pakistan was a mistake. Though sometimes people say we would have been in Bharat, but then not the way we want, the way they want. Now there are a lot of things and a lot of differences. Let it be, which is obvious, which people should understand. So they suffer. They will suffer, and the sufferings will continue just because of they get used by many others, because money is paid, and then the people like Asim Munir surrenders. They'll be yours obediently always, and will listen to what has been told. And there's no love, there's no affection, there's nothing. It's only instrumental relations they have. And in the long run, because of people like Asim Munir, the people of Pakistan are to suffer. You look at the reception he got when he went to US. I saw the video clips. Shame on you, very decent language. Then an abusive word comes out. Shame on you gets repeated many times. They're standing in far from the place he was coming out of his car, etc. And when the security was asking them to step back, they said, we are standing on the footpath, it's a public place and we have freedom of speech. A Pakistani going to US, then he will speak of freedom of speech. He wouldn't dare doing it in his own nation. There's no democracy there. After going to US, he'll want freedom of speech. Of course, this time they are objecting this Asim Munir saying that stop selling Pakistan. He was only asking free Pakistan. Let people's will democracy. They don't use the word democracy. Free Pakistan, etc. was telling. Those first people shouting, they were telling. But the point is that this is how Asim Munir is greeted by his own people when he reached US. And you see other leaders how they are respected by their own people when they visit others. No need to compare this with my Prime Minister, because my Prime Minister gets greeted wherever he goes by our people, because our people just love him dearly, because this is the first kind of a genuine Prime Minister we are getting in our nation. First kind of a genuine Prime Minister who had mandate and who had will to do and who had demonstrated ability. So we all are with him. It's natural for any sensible thinking Bharatiya to support such a man, just cut across political lines, but it's natural. And this, of course, opposition they would not do. They would refuse to understand. Stubbornly, they will refuse to understand. They will stubbornly be opposing. Let them oppose. So this Pakistan people, the situation is miserable. Trump wants to get his work done. Not only Trump, anyone in that is President US, they want to get his work done. They would use these people as instruments. They get used as instruments. And Asim Munir wants to get his things done. He gets his done. Everything is counted through money for him. He will have suppose he will have a comfortable life after leaving Pakistan to go to some foreign nations and live. Khomeini seemed to have fled after all kinds of things. After putting the people of Iran into soup and he fled. Seems to have that's the story. Same thing they will do in Pakistan. Who cares for the people? And such people get us leaders are just unfortunate for any society to have the thankless people as leaders who don't belong to the land, who don't belong to the people, who do not represent the people. There is a Sanskrit saying that Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. It should be also reversed. Yatha Praja Tatha Raja. It's the fault of the people. Such people are coming into power. It's the fault of the people. I'm reversing the Sanskrit expression. Yatha Praja Tatha Raja. It's the way the people are, they get leaders to lead them. We shall meet again with some other thought. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.